ERA. Missoula's team ERA is near 4 at 5.19, and they're first in the Pioneer League in team ERA. So they made a few pitching moves. May see one with Jacob Bender, a right-hander that was added to the roster. May see him at some point. But the big name that was moved was very surprising to me, and that was Matt Feinstein was traded to the Frontier League. And when I saw what team he went to, it made me laugh. He goes to Ottawa, the club where former paddlehead hitting coach from last year, Bobby Brown, is. So it really made sense that he went to Ottawa. Bobby Brown obviously knew all about Feinstein from last year, being a hitting coach with the Paddleheads. And that Ottawa team up there in the Frontier has basically become Pioneer North. There's so many players that were in this league a season ago and were very productive. Guys like David Mayberry, the Pioneer League leader in batting average a season ago. Luke Navigato, a former paddlehead, was very good. Chris Barisa, a left-handed pitcher who recorded the final outs of the Pioneer League Championship Series last year against the Boise Hawks. Another guy that was a big part of that series a season ago on the other side, Jason DiCochea, another player that is with Ottawa right now. So he's really taken a lot of the better players from a season ago in this league and have been able to take them over to Ottawa. So kudos to Bobby Brown for being able to scout those guys, knowing that they have good talent and putting together a good squad. It'll be interesting to see what Pioneer League North will be able to do up there in the Frontier the rest of the way. But no Matt Feinstein for this Idaho Falls Chukars team. Feinstein, very productive this season as well, was the team leader in home runs with 7. Wasn't quite as productive with the RBIs to this point as he was last year. Tough to match a season when Feinstein actually broke the Pioneer League record for the most RBIs in a season with 119 last year. So that's the production in this Chukars lineup that you're going to be missing. And it will be interesting to see how things transpire the rest of the way. Replacing him will be Brendan Huth, young outfielder out of St. Joseph's out in Philadelphia. St. Joe's, well known for their basketball. Players like Jameer Nelson came out of St. Joe's, but had good numbers at the D1 level for baseball as well. And talk about this for a professional debut. The game on Sunday went 4 for 5 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to keep that production up. Obviously, a lot to live up to and big shoes to fill when looking at the absence of Feinstein. But manager Michael Schlack of the Paddleheads and Billy Gardner Jr. of the Chukars are meeting at home plate right now, exchanging lineup cards, reminiscing a little bit, shaking hands. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineup for both ball clubs. We will start with the visiting Idaho Falls Chukars. They're in their red uniforms this evening. Silver numbers on the front, silver numbers on the back, also silver lettering on the front of the jerseys. The aforementioned Brendan Huth will lead things off. He's in center field. The former paddlehead Sam Troyer will bat second at second base. Hunter Hiskey, who's having a very productive year, he bats third. He is the catcher with Calvin Estrada cleaning things up. The former Raptor from a season ago also spent time with Idaho Falls last year. Estrada cleaning things up with Brady West batting fifth. He is the designated hitter. Dusty Stroop, guy that's been very productive with his power as well, along with runs. Now that Feinstein is gone, Stroop will bat sixth at first base. Steve Barmakian, we're used to seeing Barmakian hit in that leadoff spot, but Barmakian in the 7-hole tonight, he is the left fielder with Eric Callahan playing third tonight. Saw him playing short quite a bit the last time these two teams got together. Callahan at third with another newly acquired player winding out the order for the Idaho Falls Chukars will be Aldo Buendia getting the start. The former Rocky Mountain vibe from a season ago. Had some pretty solid numbers in the Southern Division. Got professional experience, looking to shore up things defensively. See, doing the catching for the Spokane native, Nick Merkel. Making start number 4 on the season. Big, tall, lanky right-hander. 6'8" on the mound. There's lanky and then there's lanky. Brendan Huth in the box. First pitch is a ball hit the other way. Left field, drifting over a bit is Riley. He's right there. He puts it away for out number 1. So Huth ran out of bed trying to go oppo on the first pitch. Hits a lazy fly ball out to Brandon Riley. A pitch on the inside, and we're underway at 7:13. Merkel, very solid. 16 2/3 innings pitched, just 5 runs allowed, 16 Ks, compared to just 4 walks, an ERA of 2.70. Here's Sam Troyer batting second. First pitch for him is just a bit inside for ball 1. Fastball will hover around 90 to 93 miles an hour from Merkel. Average for Troyer now under 400. 1-0 pitch is a ball hit the other way off to the right. Fastball on the inside. Troyer trying to go to right field with it. Count now even at a ball and 13 doubles for Troyer on the year. 21 RBIs. Extra base hits, the name of the game for Idaho Falls. A ball and a strike, the count to Troyer, the pitch. This one off speed, taken for a ball. Looked like a changeup, and that one, according to TrackMan, was right down the pipe, but was not called. 2 balls and a strike, the count to Troyer. Here it comes. Another off-speed pitch, this one up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike now, the count on Sam Troyer. Had a couple of very productive games the last time these two teams got together. Couple of extra base hits in that 3-game set for Idaho Falls. Mainly hit towards the bottom part of the order, though. Interesting seeing him up top now. Pitch is low to Troyer, and that's ball 4. That puts Troyer on with 1 out in the top of the first inning. So Merkel, not a guy that issues many walks whatsoever, issues 1 here with 1 out to Troyer. And the Chukars have their first base runner here with 1 out in the top of the first inning. Hunter Hiskey will now come into the box. Touched on how productive he's been, was so last season as well. Chukars, he came over to Idaho Falls a season ago via a trade from the Frontier League. Left-handed batter facing Merkel on the hill. Pitch on the way, this one's up and in with a fastball. Ball in, no strikes the count. Hiskey, 48 RBIs coming into this one, Pioneer League best. 4 homers, 4 triples, 17 doubles, an average at 390. 1-0 pitch as a ball popped up, foul territory. This one will drift foul on the first base side, or the third base side, the other first. Even count, a ball and 1 strike. There is 1 out. Huth hit a fly ball to Brandon Riley in the first pitch of the ball game. Troyer does have pretty good speed at first. Chukars very good at stealing bases in general. 1-1 pitch, Troyer takes off. This one down low. The throw down to second by CC is in time, and they got him. On 1 hop, Troyer is gunned down at second base for the second out of the inning. Touchdown at the Chukars coming in. Had only been caught stealing on the bases 3 times all year. They were 52 for 55 going into that attempt. That's a big second out in the inning. Base is empty now in the top of the first. 2-1 Pisky. Swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch down below the knees. Nasty there for Merkel to even up the count at 2. Whenever you can face a guy that's been so productive, the RBIs, facing him with the bases empty, that's what you want. Count now even at 2. The pitch from Merkel, the plate, makes the count 3-2. We would see Calvin Estrada come into the box if this inning continues. Here in the first inning, Merkel in danger of walking his second man here in the top of the first. Joe Slocum hoping for some 2-out thunder to get the Chukars on the board. The payoff. This one bounced right side through the right side. Base hit for Hunter Hiskey with 2 outs. Ball through the right side, hit it to the right spot. When Merkel's on, you'll see a lot of ground balls and strikeouts, so Merkel was able to get one hit on the ground. The fastball on the inside part of the plate, or the outside part of the plate, I should say. with Hiskey being a left-handed batter. But either way, Hiskey was able to do with it. That will send Calvin Estrada into the box. Estrada, a good contact hitter. Team leader in doubles, coming in with 16. Estrada just kind of waiting for that music to go down. Here it comes, the pitch. This one is a called strike. Count 0-1. Looks like a changeup. Estrada fooled. 28 RBIs. Estrada, a guy you got to be careful with the pop as well. Second on the team in home runs with 6. 0-1 from Merkel. Fastball. Bottom part of the zone, but that one missed. Evens the count. A ball and 1 strike. Troyer a walk with 1 out. Also a single in this inning, but one of those was wiped off the board with CC throwing down to second base to gun down Troyer. So it's just Hiskey on the bases at first with 2 outs in the frame. 1-1 from Merkel. This one is low and in. No, a late called strike. Estrada looked back quickly towards the umpire when that one was called a strike. It was a breaking ball on the inside. That Merkel gets the call. Count now a ball and 2 strikes. Brady West, the DH, would be next for the Chukars. A ball and 2 strikes to Estrada. Here it comes. This one fouled back. Fastball in on the hands. Aggressive swing with 2 strikes by Estrada, but a tough pitch to handle. Billings Mustangs already in the win column from earlier this afternoon, taking on the Rocky Mountain Vibes by a score of 10-1. They're now at 16-13, starting to win a couple more games. 1-2 pitch, swing, and a foul tip. Pitch below the knees. I'm not sure how Estrada got to that one. He looked to be way out in front, but somehow was able to get the tip of the bat on it to stay alive. No score, 2 outs, top 1. Just getting this ball game started, Chukars and Paddleheads. 1-2, Merkel leaned over, looking in at Estrada. Brady West, Hiskey, not a huge lead away from first. The 1-2 is in tight with a breaking ball. Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Merkel trying to go back down low, seeing if Estrada would go after another one, like he did on the last pitch. Really was something, be able to make contact. But good battle here from Estrada, getting a little bit more in a favorable count now, making Merkel work here in the top of the first inning. 2-2 the count. The righty kicks and throws. This one a high chopping ground ball, hit foul on the third base side. So mention one Northern Division team already having completed their game today. Couple of Northern Division foes, the Range Riders and Voyagers, also in action tonight over at Centene Stadium. Paddleheads will see the Range Riders on their next road trip. Starts after this 3-game series. 2-2 to Estrada. This one cut on and fouled off again. Pitch on the outside part of the plate. Estrada just staying alive here in this at-bat here in the top of the first inning. Seen a lot of tough pitches to tough locations. And a couple times has looked out in front at the plate as well, but has been able to just make contact to stay alive. So Estrada putting up a fight, trying to reach base here with 2 outs. Great at-bat from Calvin Estrada. 2-2 pitch is fouled off to the right again. Got a fastball up that time, a pitch he could handle. Pitch was right at about the belt on the outside part of the plate. Thinking about that short porch and right, 287 down the line. That's the type of pitch you can go with the location, and you can get a home run, even if you don't run into it too much. Another 2-2 pitch. It's way down low for ball 3. Throw over to first base, checking on the runners. Safe at first is Hiskey. Estrada looks like he was taking off his protective gear. For what reason? Is he trying to sell that he got hit? That's the only thing I can think of. So he's trying to do a job that he got hit by a pitch. Nah, this ain't the WWE. You actually got to get hit to draw at first base. Count now 3-2. Like the idea, though. Why not give it a shot? Payoff pitch. Swinging a high chopper over the top of the mound. Merkel barehands it, throws to first in time to get him. What a play by Nick Merkel coming off the mound to the left. He barehanded that ball off his back foot to first to get Estrada. What a battle that was to end the top of the first inning.
PaddleHeads Baseball live on ESPN.com or on the TuneIn Radio app. Now back to the ballpark.
Number 6, Brenda.
Top of the first inning coming up here at Allegiance Field, Ogren Park. Scoreless top first inning, so it's now Missoula getting their cracks at it. Brandon Riley start things off, followed by Cameron Willman and Lamar Sparks. First pitch of the inning is grounded slowly towards second. Easy for Sam Troyer. Will flip over to first. Interesting. Top of the first and the bottom half of the first inning begin exactly the same. It was Huth hitting a fly ball out to left field on the first pitch of the top of the first. Brandon Riley also commits an out on the first pitch of the bottom half of the inning. Cameron Willman will now be in the box. Defensive alignment for the Chukars looks like this. Barmakian in left, Huth in center with Calvin Estrada in right. First pitch to Willman is on the outside part of the plate, strike one. Left side sees Callahan at third base, Buendia at short, Troyer at second base, Dusty Stroop at first with Hunter Hiskey behind as Willman taps one slowly foul. On the hill tonight for the Idaho Falls Chukars is Joe Slocum. Kind of a funky right-hander, moves the ball. Fastball sits in the mid to upper eights. Will cut it. 0-2 pitch is up high with a fastball, makes the count a ball and 2 strikes. Pitcher that did last week, starting for the Chukars. Slocum, this is his 6th start overall, or 5th start rather, 6th appearance. This one lined but foul. On the third base side, keeps the count at 1-2. 27 hits allowed for Slocum, just 7 walks and 23 1/3. So a guy that will mainly be around the zone. 4.63 ERA. Record overall. The 1-2 pitch is off the plate away, evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So far, Slocum improving upon his numbers from a season ago with Idaho Falls. Was the losing pitcher in his first start against Missoula this year, as this one is fisted foul. Back to the screen by Willman. Still 2-2. Pitched 5 innings did Slocum in game 1 of that series last Tuesday. 5 innings, 8 runs. 4 of those runs earned for Slocum. The 2-2 pitch on the way. This one a soft line drive field, but playable for Buendia, who backpedals and makes the play at shortstop for out number 2. So Willman got jammed a bit on that pitch on the inside portion of the plate. 2 down, base is empty. That will send Lamar Sparks into the box.
Number 9, Lamar
Sparks. First pitch is a ball shot into deep center field. Backpedaling is Huth, still going back, looking up. This ball's gone. On the first pitch, Lamar Sparks absolutely unloads on one to center field, and that, with an exclamation point, gives Missoula a 1-0 lead. On Lamar Sparks' 4th home run of the season, he got an off-speed pitch and did not miss it. That ball was crushed right back where it came from. 105 miles an hour off the bat. That ball traveled 420 feet to dead center. Impressive swing of the bat, and Missoula leads by 1. That will send Jason Newman into the box. First pitch to Newman. Breaking ball for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Curveball from Slocum. Showed in his last start he's not afraid to throw that pitch in any count. Throwing the big hook there to steal strike 1 to Newman. This one is taken at the knees for a strike. What a series of weekend it was for the big fella Jason Newman opposite Grace. How's this for good numbers? He went 8-for-11 in that 3-game series. 4.16 average. Overall, the 0-2 pitch is low and inside. A ball in 2 counts, and the middle of the month of June, Jason Newman went to the inactive list. Since coming back, he has just been on a roll. 1-2 is the here. The pitch from Slocum is in the dirt. Makes the count evened up at 2.
Everybody clap your hands.
He's played in 12 games since coming off the IL on June the 14th. And he has recorded a hit in each of those games since coming off the IL. 2-2 with 2 outs, 1-0 lead for Missoula. The pitch to Newman is cut on and missed. Off speed on the outside. Good pitch there from Slocum to retire the side. But Larks does get the paddle. Top of the second coming up. Here at Allegiance Field is a 1-0 advantage for the Paddleheads, with Brady West jumping into the box for the top half of the second inning. First pitch from Merkel, check swing, and a called strike on the outside part of the plate. So West, Stroop, and Barmakian. 6, 7, 8 coming up for Idaho Falls. Brady West, another very good RBI guy. Team leader in batting average at .394. The 0-1 pitch is just a bit low to even up the count. 394 average for West. Mentioned that. 36 RBI, second on the team to Hiskey. 0-1, or the 1-1 rather. The pitch is this one is skied into left field. Coming in a bit is Brandon Riley into medium depth left field, makes the play for out number 1. So both the first and second innings begin exactly the same, with the leadoff man hitting a lazy fly ball out to Brandon Riley, and Brady West is retired for out number 1. Dusty Stroop now into the box. Right-handed batter, guy you have to be careful with. Team leader in home runs with 7, also 8 doubles on the year. Kind of moved around the infield so far this season as Stroop. First pitch to him, check swing, called strike with a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Good spot there on that heater with 90 miles an hour on the gun. Single in the first inning for Idaho Falls. 2 base runners total. Throw down to second base by Cece, a big factor in that first inning. 0-1 pitch is hit to right field pretty well. Moving over is Sparks. He's going to have to play this one on a hop off the wall. Bounces over his head, and Stroop will now go into second base with a double. So Dusty Stroop with double number 9 on the year with 1 out. Just like that, Idaho Falls has an opportunity to tie the game now here in the top half of the second inning. Down the right field line, kind of tailed away from Sparks and Wright. One of those wasn't hit all that hard off the bat, only 89 miles an hour coming off the bat, but it hit spot near the foul line. Initially, Sparks with a good hop would actually be able to keep Stroop at first base, but once that ball got over his head in right field, Stroop easily able to make it a double. Here's Steve Barmakian. He takes a strike ball, 0-1. Another guy that's not with Idaho Falls any longer, kind of an interesting one, was Andrew Don, a returner from a year ago. Another one of their outfielders. 0-1 pitch on the way from Merkel is low and inside, blocked by Cece. Andrew Don was released. We touched on the surprising news from over the weekend. Matt Feinstein traded to the Frontier League. Player so productive from the last 2 years in Idaho Falls. A ball and 1 strike to count. 1-0 score here in the top of the second. But the man at second base for the Chukars with 1 out. Count even at 1 to the left-handed batting Barmakian. The pitch on the way. This one hit hard but foul. Right over the top of the Paddlehead dugout. Now a 2-strike count on Barmakian. Guy we've gotten kind of used to seeing at the top of the order for Billy Gardner and the Chukars this season. Hit leadoff, I believe, in all 3 games these two teams got together last week. But moves down to the 7-hole tonight. 1-2 with 1 out. Always looking for an unproductive out with less than 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Eric Callahan, the third baseman, number 8 hitter in the order, waits in the wings for the Chukars. Count 1-2. Merkel is ready. He throws. This one is off the plate. Off-speed pitch. Barmakian thought about it, but wisely let that one go by for ball 2. Next 2 nights, 7 o'clock first pitch. We got Thirsty Thursday tomorrow. Then the fireworks show on Friday night. Missoula's biggest fireworks show. Kick off your 4th of July weekend after the game. The 2-2 pitch. This one, a line drive left field. Coming in for it is Riley. He can't get it. His throw will come to the plate. Run trying to come in to score, and he does. Cece makes a throw down to second, and out at second is Barmakian for the second out of the inning. So nicely done by Cece to get the out at second base. Barmakian gets a bit greedy trying to stretch that one out. So that's kind of good news, bad news for the Chukars. That's a base hit and an RBI for Barmakian, his 20th of the year. Ties the game at 1. But we also have Riley's throw 7-2 to 6 on that put out at second base. So now 2 outs and the base is empty. Eric Callahan will now come into the box. Third hit for Idaho Falls, that last line drive. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Fastball on the outside makes the count 0-1. But a good answer from Idaho Falls, a single and a double, ties this ball game up after Missoula grabbed the lead in the the bottom half of the last inning as Callahan fouls the 0-1 pitch off to the right. Strike 2, 0-2. We saw Callahan mainly at shortstop last week at Melaleuca Field, tonight at third base. We touched on it. Defense was an issue for the Chukars in that last series, with Missoula had 9 errors as a team last week. So Billy Gardner kind of messing with the defensive alignment. The 0-2 is off the plate away. 1 ball, 2 strike count. So you're facing a team like Missoula, a team that's tough on the pitching mound, mentioned first in the Pioneer League in ERA. Also can hit the ball extremely well. 1-2, the pitch to Callahan. Up high makes the count 2-2. Dealing with a good team like Missoula, if you're committing a bunch of errors in the field behind you, that's just going to make things very difficult. Beat a team like the Paddleheads. The 2-2 pitch to Callahan is strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. Breaking ball right there on the inside corner. That ends the frame. But a single and a double, and this has Steve Barmakian. Nick Gatewood to get into the batter's box to get this half inning started for the Missoula Paddleheads. They will send the 5, 6, 7 batters to the plate in this half frame. Gatewood, Keaton Greenwalds, and then Cam Thompson in this all against Slocum in a tied ball game. Chukars knotting things up in the top half of this frame. First pitch of the inning is in tight for ball 1. Fastball 1-0 starts things off to Gator. 14 doubles on the year for Gatewood. The 1-0 pitch on the way from Slocum is hit high but foul. Even count, a ball and 1 strike. Got a whole bunch of congestion around the booth. Where are they doing? 1-1 pitch as a ball popped up into shallow center field. Actually, not even into the outfield, as Sam Troyer will make the catch on the infield to the right of second base for the first out of the top of the second inning. So Gatewood retired for out number one. Next into the box will be Keaton Greenwald. Greenwald got a day off. Paddleheads' last game on Sunday had Akins out there getting the start. The starting lineup tonight, Greenwald swing and miss. The first pitch, 0-1. Paddleheads Askers coming off that 2-day swing off days. So maybe that extra Greenwald, get him a little bit freshened up as the 0-1 is fouled off to the right. 265 at Greenwald, 14 driven in, 5 doubles. Nothing in 2, the count, 1 out. 1 hit for Missoula in the last inning. Solo home run from Lamar Sparks. 0-2 pitch, this one lined into right center field. This one's going to get down, potentially split the gap. Greenwald trying to stretch it. The throw is not in time. Estrada was able to get to that ball center before it got to the wall, but Greenwald tested him, couldn't make the throw in there in time, and that is a 1-out double for Keaton Greenwald. Good aggressive base running there from Keaton Greenwald. No hesitation. Took off right away and gets himself a 2-bagger with 1 out. Fastball from Slocum. Got a little bit too much of the plate. 0-2 count. Greenwald was able to. Now Cam Thompson into the box with a man at second and only 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Cam Thompson waiting on Slocum, the pitch. This one line straight back. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. That one leaked out over the middle a little bit. 0-1. Thompson touched on funky has been last couple of weeks of late. His last game may be a good sign. Went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs. More the type of performance we are used to seeing from Thompson. RBI chance here with Greenwald at second. The 0-1 from Slocum breaks off the plate, evens the count at 1. 20 driven in for Thompson, 4 homers, 9 doubles. Nick Cece to follow here in the bottom of the second inning in a tie ball game. Tied at 1. Slocum working pretty quickly out of the stretch, looking at second base, set up on the left side of the rubber. The 1-1 pitch is way inside, almost hits Thompson. Kind of lifting his hands out of the way of a fastball. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Thompson. Greenwald, very good speed on the bases that may come into play. Best arm in the outfield. Haven't seen Huth too much in center. But Estrada, a good arm in right. The 2-1, sit 3-1, missing upstairs. Off-speed pitch from Slocum. Looked to be a changeup. Didn't really do too much. Count now 3 balls and a strike. Velo came in a little bit more than what the breaking ball usually does, so that's what we'll assume, that was a changeup. Because Slocum will flop over that big curveball from time to time. The 3-1 pitch to Thompson is a ball skied into center field. Going back a bit is Huth, now right, reaches up, makes the catch. Medium depth center field, tagging up and moving to third on the play is Greenwald. But that is out number 2 with Thompson flying out to center field. Got a fastball challenge in a 3-1, just couldn't do too much with it. Nick Cece will now be the man into the box with 2 outs and a man on at third. Trying to come up big with 2 outs to give Missoula the lead back in this half inning. He has been very productive in his first 2 games with Missoula. Since coming over from the Frontier League, back foot of Cece. 1-2 now the count. This inning rolls along, we'd see the number 9 batter in the order, Kevin Watley, step in. A ball and 2 strikes the count to Nick Cece. Slocum trying to get out of this jam with the runner at third. The pitch to Cece. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. Second strikeout of the evening. Coming a good time to pick up one with a runner on at third. This game stays tied. We head to the top of the third inning. 1-1 the score.
Satisfaction is guaranteed.
Third inning about to begin here at Allegiance Field, Ogren Park. Got a tight contest so far in game one of a three-game set between the Chukars and the Paddleheads. Action tied at 1 after 2 innings of play. We will see the 9-1-2 hitters coming up in this half inning for Idaho Falls. Started by Aldo Biendia, Huth, and then Troyer also coming up in this half frame. 1-2 spots against Merkel, who gave up a run in the last half inning. Chukars have had base runners in each of the first 2 innings against Merkel.
Shortstop number 37, Aldo Buendia.
This is Biendia's second season in the Pioneer League. Was with the Rocky Mountain Vibes for a time a season ago. First pitch, a swing and a foul back to home plate. Made a couple of different stops in his collegiate days, starting things off at UTSA. Texas San Antonio also played at Texas A&M Kingsville. It's the 0-1 misses inside. Actually was a teammate of former paddlehead Palmer Wenzel. His years with UTSA. Wenzel started his collegiate career there before finishing up in 2021 with the Longhorns of Texas. 1-1 pitch is a swing and a ball fouled off to the right. Palmer Wenzel, starting pitcher from last year's Pioneer League Championship team, signed in the offseason with the Houston Astros organization. So interesting tie-in there. So the count is now a ball and 2 strikes with Huth to follow. Merkel tries again, keep that leadoff man off the bases. The 1-2 pitch, swinging a high hopper, the kick foul on the first base side. A ball and 2 strikes the count. That's one thing looking at the coaches' boxes. It is a bit unique. Billy Gardner, the manager, typically does coach third base. Don't oftentimes see that manager coach at first or third. You also see Tommy Thompson from Great Falls do it. 1-2 pitch on the way. This one a swing and a miss at a pitch on the inside part of the plate. Strike 3. It's out number 1. Second K for Merkel as the lineup flips back up to the top. 1 run on 3 hits for Idaho Falls, 1 on 2 hits for the Missoula Paddleheads as Brendan Huth steps into the box. With a little bit of help from the SpongeBob SquarePants workout. First pitch is outside, makes the count 1 ball and no strike.
20, Andrew Don.
Huth hit a line drive out to Brandon Riley in the last half. The 0-1 pitch on the way. This one skipped on the third base side. Count now quickly, 0-2 on Huth. Troyer to follow, 1 out, top 3. Interesting how the last inning, both began and, or I should say both bottom and the second started the same way as the 0-1 misses down low.
Correction, now
Fly balls out to Riley.
number 20, Brendan.
And that's one thing with Merkel as well, with stepping out of the box. Got to keep your wits about. Merkel works very quickly on the mound. The pitch, this one, fly ball, left-hand side, headed down towards the grassy knoll. And the race is on. 3 or 4 people going after that one. Nothing in out. Not just people in that grassy knoll, also seeing the 4 Legs Wednesday, Wolf Wednesday here at the yard. You can bring your dog out to the ballpark every Wednesday through the summer. Count 0-2 on Huth. Here comes Merkel to the plate. This one is down low. Makes the count a ball and 2 strikes. One of my favorite parts of Wolf Wednesday is when they do the dog, you call it fashion show, even though they're not really wearing outfits. They line them up and walk them down the dugout on the third base side. The 1-2 pitch fouled off again by Huth. Keeps the count at 1-2. Sam Troyer, as I mentioned, to follow, with 1 out and the base is empty here in the top of the 3rd. Merkel's got what he wants from CC. There's away. The pitch, 1-2, is fouled back. Fastball challenge, and 2-strike count. Maybe got a little bit more of the plate than what Merkel was looking for in that spot. Still 1-2 to Huth, battling away in this at-bat with Merkel. Here it comes. This one off the plate. That was ball 4 to Huth. So that allows him to reach with 1 out. And it's the second walk issued by Merkel, as Sam Troyer will now step into the box. So we've seen that a few times from the Chukars in this game, where they've battled away in at-bats. Made it tough on Merkel. The at-bat from Estrada in the first inning also comes to mind, even though he was retired in that instance. Pitch from Merkel, first one to Troyer, is in there on the inside. Strike 1 or no, it wasn't called a strike. Wow, that one looked to be right there at the knees, but wasn't granted. 1-0. 1 out runner at first. Speaking of free passes, Troyer walked in the first inning. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, again called inside, 2-0. 2 pitches to similar spots. Both of them look to be pretty close to the strike zone. The first one a little bit closer than the previous, but both not granted. 2-0, Troyer jumps ahead. The pitch from Merkel. This in right center field. Moving over is Sparks. He makes the catch on the move in right center field. Taking extra bases away from Sam Troyer. Fastball on the inside. Troyer did a nice job jumping right on that fastball. Hit it towards the gap, but Sparks was there for out number 2.
Catcher number 33.
So nice offensive approach there from Troyer. Got a pitch he can handle. Ahead in the count 2-0. That's baseball sometimes, just to hang with them. Hunter Hiskey now into the box with 2 outs and a runner in a tie game in the top of the 3rd. Pitch from Merkel is knee-high, a called strike on the outside, 0-1. Good pitch from Merkel there. Had some sink on it to the outside part of the plate. Hiskey poked one through the right side of the infield, a base hit in his last at-bat. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Was out in front of one that time. Count now 0-2 on Hiskey. Merkel looking for his 3rd K of the evening of this half inning. 0-2. Not a big lead for Huth, as this one's a broken bat bloop into right center field. Going to be a tough play, and this one's going to drop in there. Sparks will make a throw to second base. Advancing to 3rd on the play was Huth. So that little flare into right field finds the outfield grass. And the Chukars keep it rolling here in this half inning. Now runners on at the two gone for Calvin Estrada. This was quite the battle the last time these two went up against each other. Estrada just kept fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch. He hit a little looper, I should say, a little dribbler to the left of the mound. Merkel actually barehanded it on the hill, not something you see from a pitcher, and he threw out Estrada at first. First pitch here is taken all the way, it looks like, for strike one. Fastball from Merkel makes it 0-1. So Merkel jumps ahead right away in this at-bat. Huth walked in the inning. Hiskey, a base hit into right center. 0-1. Merkel delivers. This one breaks down and evens the count at a ball and a strike. So the Chukars have done a good job of keeping a lot of congestion on the bases for the first three innings. Just the one run allowed so far for Merkel with 2 outs in the top of the third. Trying to keep the game with 2 away. 1-1 to Estrada. This one is just inside for ball. Breaking ball from Merkel missed to make the count 2-1. If Estrada were to reach, we would see Brady West come into the box. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Estrada apparently not looking for that. Chasing one off the plate away. Gonna have to fight now on a 2-strike count with 2 outs. Saltis Merkel the pitch. Swing and a ball fouled off. Another pitch towards the outside part of the plate, but Estrada was able to cover it. Good idea for Merkel trying to go right the well after getting Estrada to chase one to make it 2-2. Estrada takes a deep breath now, coming back into the box, trying to give his team the lead with 2 outs here in the third inning. 2-1 is the count to Calvin Estrada. Merkel, and he delivers. This one a high chopper towards third into left field. Past Thompson. That will give the Chukars the advantage. Coming in to score is Huth. That's an RBI single for Calvin Estrada. RBI number 29 on the year, and Idaho Falls jumps ahead 2-1. So a big swing there with 2 outs gives Idaho Falls their first advantage of the evening, as Brady West will now jump in. West led off the second inning, hit a fly ball out to Brandon Riley, 0 for 1, trying to keep this 2-out rally going with 2 runners on. Pitch from Merkel, fastball, up high for ball 1. Ball, no strikes the count, as the Chukars make it 2 innings in a row, getting on the scoreboard here. The one away. This one grounded slowly foul, first base side. Even count, a ball and 1 strike. Chukars finding themselves ahead here in game 1, something they didn't do much of. That 3-game series against Missoula. Kind of first 2 games of that series followed similar trends, with Missoula setting the tone offensively in the early innings. The Chukars leading here in the third, trying to have a better 3-game set than they did last week. 1-1 pitch is a ball hit the other way, but foul off to the left. Fastball on the inside makes the count a ball and 2 strikes. And it seems like in this inning that the Chukars have lived in 2-strike counts, but have been able to have some success anyway. Estrada bouncing one through the left side on a 2-strike pitch to give the Chukars the lead in this half inning. You would see Dusty Stroop hit next if Brady West reaches. The 1-2 off the plate, gloved by CC to even up the count. The Chukars have made things difficult for Merkel as well. Touched on the 2-strike counts, but we've seen a lot of these Chukars hitters get very tough in 2-strike counts as well. Fouling pitches off, not chasing pitches out of the zone. Good offensive approach to this point. 2-2 is a ball skied into center field. coming in for it is Greenwald, still coming in, and he makes the play on the move in very shallow center field for out number 3. So a couple of hits and a walk in this half inning. Just get rolling here in a 3-game series. And PaddleHeads. Idaho Falls has the early advantage 2-1. Kevin Watley will try to jumpstart things here for Missoula here in the Riley, and then the top of the order in this half. One good series the last time these two teams got together. 6 hits in the 2-game set. I had 2 multi-hit games. Here's the little toe tap as he gets into the box. Pitch from Slocum. Fastball strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1. Riley and Willman, 9-1-2 in this half frame. Came to battle on this Wednesday. The 0-1 pitch for challenge right down the middle. Watley takes it 0-2. 69 average for Watley overall, 14 driven in. 7 double home runs. The 0-2 to Watley is inside it. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. That is not what Slocum was looking for there. Jumped ahead 0-2 to Watley and hits him on the 0-2 pitch to put the leadoff man on. First time tonight, Missoula has the leadoff man on base. Brandon Riley will now step into the box. First pitch he's from Slocum in the last half inning hit a very slow rolling ground ball to the right side that was put Troyer. 0 for 1 tonight is Riley so far. Batting here with Shin on the bases at first, Watley there. Slocum delivers the pitch. This one belt high, called a strike on the outside. 0-1. Watley kind of bluffed towards second. Guy you got to keep an eye on. Speedy on the bases. In recent games has been very aggressive, stealing bags. 0-1. Pitch to Riley, about to be on its way from Slocum. Gets to first, and out at first is Watley. Gets picked off by Stroop for out number 1. Watley was kind of dancing at first base, and he gets picked off. So as quick as that leadoff man gets on the bases, he's off the bags for out number 1 in this half inning. Count is 0-1. So give credit to Slocum. Caught Watley leaning that time as the 0-1 is a breaking ball poured in for strike 2 at the knees. Curveball gets the call, 0-2. Riley now in a hold now. Bottom third, Cameron Willman to follow. Looking quickly, the 0-2 pitches bounce slowly towards third. Callahan comes in, throws on to first, in time to get Riley for out number 2. So that play, the pickoff to first, a big one in this half inning, takes a lot of the wind out of the sails as now Cameron Willman all of a sudden will jump in. This is empty and 2 outs. Willman hit the ball relatively hard in his last at-bat. A soft liner out towards short that was caught by Buendia. First pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Fastball gets the count. Call 0-1. Only offense so far for Missoula, the solo home run back in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch to Willman is a ball popped up, foul ground side. Stroop has it all the way. He makes the catch near their dugout on the first base side, and that's it for this half inning. So hit batsman Watley, though, picked off almost immediately after that, and the Paddleheads go down in order. And we are through 3 here at Allegiance Field, Ogren Park. Chukars have the early advantage, 2-1. Back after this.
If you're a gun enthusiast, you already know firearms and ammunition are come by these days.
I am Jeff Laporte, an orthopedic surgeon and the medical director of the Missoula Bone and Joint Surgery Center. I'm here to welcome you to our new state-of-the-art facility in Missoula, Montana. Since we opened, the feedback from our patients has been very positive. Our goal was to build a facility that helps us provide the best surgical services by increasing access to patient care and also providing high-quality orthopedic surgical services. In addition to the usual outpatient procedures we have done for years, we can also offer joint replacement surgery and spine surgery with the option of an overnight stay. Research shows that patients' outcomes are better if they return home soon after surgery. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons, anesthesiologists, and support personnel are committed to providing the highest quality of care at our new state-of-the-art facility at Missoula Bone and Joint Surgery Center.
Missoula Bone and Joint. Quality care from people who care.
Chukars' first game of a 3-game set. Got Thirsty Thursday tomorrow, discounted beer through the night here at the Yard. Also have the happy hour before the game at Canby Tap House across the street. Then on Friday, fireworks. Fireworks after the game, one of the biggest nights of the year here at Allegiance Field. First pitch to Stroop is on the inside for strike 1. Kind of heard the rumors, too, is that those tickets are selling out quickly. Reserved seats are almost all gone for Friday night, so if you want tickets, jump on it now. If you want to come to the game. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball, third base side to the glove of Thompson on a couple tops. Throws across. Now out number 1 in the 4th. Stroop now 1 for 2, hit a double in his first at-bat. It's one thing Merkel is doing well so far is keeping that leadoff man off the bases. Chukars have now failed to do so in their 4 innings. At the plate, Steve Barmakian now comes into the box with 1 out. And yes, you are hearing dogs barking. Remember, it is Wednesday. Almost right on cue, there's some barks. First pitch, this one below the knees. They will appeal the third, no swing, as the count is no to Barmakian. Barmakian tied the ball game in the second inning with a base hit. 1-0 pitch is a little pop-up out towards short. Watley's got this one. He puts it away. Backpedaling into the outfield for out. So 2 very quick. Merkel on the mound. That will bring Eric Callahan into the box with 2 outs and the base is empty. It was Barmakian tying the game. Base hit second. Chukars grabbed their first lead thanks to Calvin Estrada. I believe that's Victor Rodriguez, the left-hander, throwing his bullpen down the right field line. The one misses up high from Slocum to even up the count at 2 balls and 2. Bullpen depth has been an issue for Chukars. So I'm sure Missoula would love to chase Slocum as quick as they can to get into that and to test him as we get rolling along the innings. The 2-2 to Thompson. Breaking ball is apparently high. That one looked to be right there on the inside corner, but Slocum did not call. Thompson maybe catches as the count is now full at 3 ball strikes. To reach base here with 1 out and the base is empty. Full with 1 out. 3 runs already on the board, the payoff. Breaking ball, this one misses inside 4. Free passes haven't too much of an issue for Slocum. That's his first walk issue. Did issue a hit batsman in the last inning. Now congestion right back on the bases as Thompson draws the walk. Now on at first base with Nick Cece jumping in. And how big is that throw now from Hunter Hiskey behind, gunning down Greenwald. Looking at it, glimpsing out in right field, seeing a number of people walking around out there. I think they're looking for Nick Gatewood's home run. First pitch on the way to Cece's a sky-high pop-up behind home plate. Hiskey giving it a look, but this one is into the first couple of rows. Foul ball. I believe a fan at about the second row ended up with that one. Seeing happy faces and smiles down there. Strike 1 to Cece. That's one baseball game. No matter where you're at, what level, foul ball comes into a section, keeps that group of people buzzing. Lights section up. People are laughing, smiling, checking out the baseball. The 0-1 is outside. Evens up the count at a ball and a strike. There's even a new Pioneer League ball this season as well. So, kind of a collector's items point. 1-1 is the count out. Now a 4-2 ball game. Missoula out in 3-run 4th inning. Pitch to Cece is in the dirt. Off to second base is Thompson. Good anticipate time by Cam Thompson. Breaking ball low and outside. It was blocked by Hiskey off to the right. But once that ball kicked away, even in the slightest, Thompson. So nicely done there. Runs him to second base. Force is out of the order now. Double play, I should say. I guess either way, that's correct. 2-1 with 1. Cece now an RBI chance, looking to keep it rolling in this half frame. Slocum throws this one in the end, blocked by Cece. 3-1 is now the count to Nick Cece. First baseman in this spot, if Slocum wants to think about that. And Dave issuing his second walk of the inning. And all 5 bats at this point that have come into the box have reached base. The only out recorded, Greenwald getting thrown out trying to steal at second. Gibson on at second base now with 1 out in the inning. 3-1 the Cece. The pitch from Slocum. This one a ball, fair ball, bouncing down the line. This is going to score Thompson easy. Cece on his horse, got a double standing up. Now a 4-run advantage for the Paddleheads. On the double off the bat of Nick Cece. He continues to be productive in his first couple of games for Missoula. He's Billy Gardner out of the dugout. I've already seen Bob Malachy out, and Slocum is getting chased here in this half inning. Just ran into a buzzsaw of the Paddleheads in this frame, and Missoula now has the advantage. Score is 5-2 Paddleheads, as we will see a pitching change here in the bottom half of the 4th. 1 out in the inning, runner on at second. Paddleheads have chased the starter. Slocum will roll on.
Satisfaction is guaranteed when you choose Missoula Realty. Locally owned and operated, the team at Missoula Realty has over 100 years of combined experience. As the old saying goes, it takes a village. And in this real estate market, it takes a team. See the difference a team can make. Call Missoula Realty today. Missoula Realty has a solution for every single client, from the experienced investor to the first-time homeowner. Hey, don't take our word for it. Unfiltered testimonials and reviews from our past client at rateagent.com.
Yep, there I see his number now.
Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer Equipment is a local family business and proud sponsor of Missoula PaddleHeads baseball. Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer, wide variety of truck and trailer accessories, gooseneck and dump equipment. Anytime you want to maximize your flatbed, have hauling needs, require specialized fabrication, or need trailer repair, get the job done right. For professional advice, go to the experts at Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer Equipment, 5680 Expressway in Missoula, or check out their inventory at www.rmte.com.
It's really sad but true. Known as the 100 Deadliest Days. Between Memorial Day and Labor Day, fatal car crashes increase dramatically. A car accident can flip your life upside down. And if distracted, negligent, or impaired driving has left you injured by no fault of your own, a call to the advocates is your next step. No out-of-pocket, you don't pay a dime until they win your case. The experienced attorneys at the advocates will help you get back on your feet. Call them 406-40-4444 or go to MontanaAdvocates.com.
Now back to Paddlehead Baseball on 109 ESPN Radio Missoula.
Paddleheads have found the bats here in this half inning. 4 on the board. Kevin Watley into the box. Out recorded CC on at second base. Watley reached base on a hitch his first time. The starting pitcher Slocum in the game, now into the action, left-hander Victor Rodriguez. Returner from a season ago. First pitch from Rodriguez on the inside part of the plate, strike one. Seen Rodrigo in all different roles out of the pen. Has a save this year. 4.12 ERA. This is 14th appearance out of the pen. 22 Ks and 19 2/3. The 0-1 is fouled off. Makes 1-2 quickly. Faced him a couple of times at previous 3-game series. Got roughed up in his outing in the series finale last Thursday. Inning and a third, 3 runs and 3 hits. Nice outing his last time out, though, against the Range Riders, as the 0-2 is in tight to Watley. Makes the ball in 2 strikes. That 1-run win on Saturday, 4-3 win for Chukars. Rodriguez threw scoreless. 1-2 with 1 out. CC, the runner at second base. The pitch to Watley is strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. Breaking ball, speed pitch on the inside gets Watley looking for the second out of the inning. Watley happy with the call there, but was granted right on the black on the inside porch. A big second out for us. Now into the box with 2 gone, Brandon Riley. Hitless start for Brandon Riley so far. Couple of ground ball outs for Riley. He's 0 for 2. Rodriguez fasted around 88 to 90. Also has changeup and a breaking pitch on the way. There's the breaks off the plate. 1-0. Now 7 hits in the ball game for Missoula. 5 for the Chukars. Had only 2 coming into this half inning, but 5 hits. Fueling a 4-run and a 5-2 advantage in this half inning. 1-0 is the count. Rodriguez back to second base. The pitch on the way. On a fastball missing inside. Make the calls and no strikes. No action going. Missoula pen down the left field lines. Merkel has back. The 2-0 is fouled. Straight back. Fastball. Got the meat of the plate. Riley just fouled it back. Moves to 2-1. Can't imagine that's where Rodriguez wanted that pitch, but got away with it. 2 count. Riley waits. Rodriguez, the pitch. This one cut on and missed. Right down Broadway again. Riley bit behind one. The count is now 2-2. So Riley steps out. Have to reacquaint. Have to readjust. Think about action now in a 2-strike count. Rodriguez, this one a fastball, just misses the outside. Count now full at 3-2. Or 2-2 rather. Yes, it is 3-2. Was right the first time. Runner at second, CC. 3-2 to Riley. With Willman to follow. The payoff. This foul back off to the left a bit. Tough pitch to handle on the outside, but Riley is able to get the bat on it to stay alive in this at-bat. type of at-bat that you seem to always see from Brandon Riley in a spot like this with a runner in scoring position. It's going to make you work, not going to chase stuff out of the zone. Foul pitches off to try to get something he can handle. Here's another payoff. This one fouled back again. Fastball at the knees. Again trying to go toward the outer half of the plate. Riles it again to stay alive. Home run from Newman and Nick Gatewood in this inning, along with a double Sparks. The highlights so far. Still full. The payoff to Riley is low and outside for ball 4. Great at-bat there from Brandon Riley to keep the line. And the ninth batter of the inning, Cameron Willman, will now get his shot with 2 runners on and 2 outs. Willman, pretty quiet far, hitless in his first 2 at-bats. Willman hit a pop-up into foul ground that was tracked down by Stroop at first. In his last, that was to end the 3rd inning. Batting here in the 4th with 2 gone, the pitch from Rodriguez. A miss. Challenge fastball, 0-1. Willman was a hair bit behind that. Oftentimes with Rodriguez, you're thinking off speed with either the slider or the change. So maybe Willman, that to start the at-bat, was behind on that fastball. The 0-1. This is the bottom of the zone. On the inside, count quickly, 0-2. Lamar Sparks' whole party started in this inning. He waits next. Hit twice in this frame if Willman reaches. The 0-2 from Rodriguez, this one foul down the right field line. More towards the Blackfoot party deck. The big runs were a big part of the success for Missoula over the weekend. Voyagers had a 7-run rally in the game on day, jumping out for 4 here to grab the lead. The 0-2 is a fastball in ball 1. 2 strikes now the count to Willman. This is exactly what ordered this half inning. A big rally chasing the starting pitcher. Slocum will now be the bullpen the rest of the way for the Chukars. In an uphill battle now. 1-2 pitch is low from Willman, evens the count at 2. Good approach from Willman as well. What's in this inning? Not bite. Making things easy on Rodriguez. It's worked at 2-2 count. Riley at first, CC at second. The 2-2. This on and miss down below the knees. Fool at Willman that time on a breaking ball, and that in this half inning to a close. Damage done. Missoula 1-2 spots. Yendia struck out swinging against Merkel to lead off the third. First, this one sky high fly ball, this one hooking foul down the right field line, over the top of the party deck down the line. So had a fair amount of carry. Off-speed pitch from Merkel makes the count 0-1. Very quiet. Top half of the fourth for Idaho Falls went down in order in the inning. 1-2-3. So contradict as the 0-1's a high chopper towards short, right to the glove of Watley on the second hop, flips to Newman. Barring a double play. Rodriguez working pretty quick, looking at Newman. The 2-2 offering is way inside. I believe it hits Gatewood. So Newman will advance to second. And apparently it didn't hit Gatewood. Pitch got by the catcher Hiskey, so Newman ends up at second base. But my eyes must be playing tricks on me. It sure looked like that pitch hit Gatewood. But apparently not. Didn't see Gatewood make much of a attempt to try to trot down to first base either. So now the count full with one out and a man at second. The payoff to Gatewood. Swinging a line drive. Fair ball down the left field line. This will most likely be extra bases. Newman scores easily. The throw going into second, not in time. That's an RBI double for Nick Gatewood. He's now 2 for 3. So he extends the Paddleheads lead to 4. Now 6-2. Double number 15 on the year for Nick Gatewood. He's had a great start to this series. That one laced right down the line. Barreling pitches up here in game 1. The middle of the order has been outstanding tonight for the Paddleheads. Looking at Sparks, Newman, and Gatewood, all of them now have 2 hits in the game. Not to be forgotten, Keaton Greenwald. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball at the knees for strike 1. Greenwald also has 2 hits in the game. Single and a double for him. Batting with Gatewood at second with 1 out. 9 hits for Missoula overall. There's some activity going in the Great Falls bullpen. Doesn't look large in stature, so I would imagine that's Fishberg. Down the right field line, the veteran right-hander. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a pitch off the plate. Greenwald fooled badly. Probably was thinking about a fastball, got the breaking ball. 0-2 now the count with 1 out. Paddleheads have now been on the board in 2 innings in a row. Took a few innings to get the offense really rolling. But the last 2, it's been kicking. Greenwald in an 0-2 count. The pitch from Rodriguez is off the plate. 1-2. Merkel has really settled in nicely his last 2 innings. Retired last 7 batters he's faced. But LaRosa throwing like he's going to be coming in to start the 6th. So now time has been called. Looks like a ball got away from in the bullpen. So a brief stoppage while Missoula corrals that ball that ended up near the warning track down the left field line. Rodriguez set back up again now. Target in from Hiskey. The pitch is hit the other way but foul. Greenwald kind of golfing that one to that protective net on the right side. Count stays at 1-2. Wasn't the prettiest looking swing in the world, but if you're Greenwald, staying alive, doing your job. 1-2. Missoula's largest lead of the game in this inning, standing at 4. Rodriguez delivers. This one in tight again. Evens up the count at 2. So Rodriguez, the last couple of pitches, trying to go into Greenwald. Cam Thompson to follow with Gatewood on at second base. 2-2. Both teams have led. It was the Chukars leading in the third, 2-1. The 2-2 pitch, this one hit a little flare down the right field line. This one is going to hook foul. Bouncing right to the right of the bullpen mound as the count stays at 2-2. Kind of a little bloop tailing out of play on the right side. Almost looked more like a tee shot for me on an off day. There it goes, the hook. Uh-oh, look out. Everybody hit the deck. Safford's on the ninth tee box again. 2-2. The pitch from Rodriguez. This one, a bloop into shallow left field. Screaming in is Barmakian. He makes the catch on the move. Barmakian got a good read on that one in straightaway left field. That bloop does not find the outfield grass, as Greenwald is now retired for out number 2. That will send Cam Thompson into the box. Thompson, a free pass in his last at-bat. Was retired in his first AB, so 0 for 1. Hit a fly ball out to Huth. Still Gatewood on at second base. Rodriguez delivers. This one just below the knees for ball 1. Been fooled a few times with that delayed strike call. That one a borderline pitch, but not given. 1-0 the count. You could tell Rodriguez was a little miffed on the mound, and that was not called a strike. Fastball apparently below the knees. 1-0 to Thompson. Lefty-lefty matchup here with Rodriguez on the mound. The 1-0 pitch. This one lined back up the middle. Base hit for Thompson. They're going to wave in Gatewood. Here comes the throw. It is cut off by Stroop. RBI base hit for Cam Thompson. And it's a 5-run lead. 7-2 now the score. That one a line shot off the bat of Thompson right back up the middle. Similar approach to what we saw from Newman in this inning. Lined right back where it came from at 102 miles an hour off the bat. RBI number 21 on the season for Killicam. 10th hit of the night for Missoula, as well as Nick CC will come into the box. CC, a 2-bagger in his last at-bat. First 6 batters of the last inning reached, as the first pitch to CC misses up and in. One thing, if Thompson keeps putting good at-bats together, starts to get hot, look out. It's been the one part of this offense, it's been, shouldn't say missing. The 1-0 pitch will not come as Rodriguez spins and looks back to first. Next couple of days as well, keep in mind also, Paddleheads will be getting McLean O'Connor back from the inactive list. Most likely will be back at some point on the road trip. 1-0 pitch to CC in the dirt. So yes, Cameron Willman has done such a nice job since coming over. Signed as a free agent out of New Mexico State University. Been so productive swinging the bat. Also has been very solid at second. Good problem to have plethora of infield options, as the 2-2 to CC is not close. 3-0 is the count. So maybe Rodriguez running to the end of his rope. Billy Gardner may be forced to go to the bullpen again. In this half inning, mentioned Fishberg, the right-hander, throwing down there for Idaho Falls. It's still La Rosa hanging out in the bullpen down the left field line for Missoula. Has finished up throwing for now. He's had plenty of time to get loose, so now just kind of playing the waiting game down the line. I wouldn't be surprised if Schlack puts Merkel back out there in the next half inning on a somewhat short leash. We'll have to wait and see. Bullpen obviously coming off those 2 days of rest, no action. So well rested either way. 3-0 to CC is cut on and fouled back. Fastball from Rodriguez, and time again, we're seeing hitters get the green light and a 3-0 count. Getting a little bit more used to it now, but still it's such an adjustment where, I mean, I remember playing ball as a kid. The count was 3-0, you're not swinging, period. 3-0 pitch on the way is a sky-high fly ball, medium depth center field. Huth coming in, still coming in. He makes the play on the move in shallow center field. that will bring an end to the frame. RBI double and an RBI single from Thompson and Gatewood. Missoula extends their lead to 5. 7-2 score, headed to the 6th inning. To start the top of the 6th inning will be the hard-throwing right-hander John LaRosa taking the mound for this half inning. So the night is over for Merkel. 5 solid innings for the right-hander. He seemed to get stronger as the outing rolled along. He ended the outing having retired the last 7 batters he faced. So LaRosa takes the ball, making his 12th appearance out of the bullpen, now leads the team in bullpen appearances. Power arm, 22 Ks in 12 innings for LaRosa. 5 walks, 5 runs, a 3.75 ERA. He will face the middle part of this order for Idaho Falls. Hiskey, Estrada, and Brady West, 3-4-5. Good start offensively for Hunter Hiskey, who jumps in. 2 base hits so far for him. First pitch from LaRosa, ground ball towards the middle, through the middle. 3-hit night for Hunter Hiskey. Grounded one right back where it came from, and a good way to start this half inning off for Idaho Falls, trying to battle back from behind. It's been 6 unanswered runs the last 2 innings, seeing Missoula grab the 5-run advantage. But a good way to start this frame as Calvin Estrada comes into the box. RBI single for Estrada in his last at-bat. That one gave the Chukars the lead. Base hit for Estrada gave Chukars a 2-1 advantage. First pitch from LaRosa misses high and inside. But the outing over for Nick Merkel. 5 innings, 2 runs, both earned. 5 hits, 2 Ks, 2 walks. In line for his 4th win in as many starts at this point. Still a ways to go, though, in the top of the 6th inning. This Chukar offense is very capable of striking very quickly. Type of offense that can string a lot of hits together. So LaRosa will have to try to hone it in quickly after giving up the leadoff single. The 1-0 to Estrada is way inside, almost hits him. 2-0 is the count. Brady West to follow. West to follow, not West. West. Have to make sure I enunciate. As Ron Burgundy would say, unique New York. 2-0 pitch on the way. Fastball poured in for strike one at the knees. Almost looked like Estrada was taking all the way. He's done that a few times. Did so on the first pitch he saw in his last at-bat. Takes all the way in a 2-0 count. You wouldn't expect that he would have a passive approach way ahead in the count like that. Maybe hoping La Rosa would be out of the zone again. The 2-1 swing and a miss. Fastball that looked to be off the plate away. So Estrada lets the last pitch go by that was right down the middle, then chases one off the plate. Making it difficult on himself now. It is now a 2-2 count. Going to be tough to double him off. Does run well in the box with West on at first with nobody out. La Rosa kicks and throws. This one not off, or it is off the plate. Makes the count 3-2. Not chasing it was Estrada. Not a bad idea from La Rosa after watching Estrada swing wildly on the last pitch. Count is now full. 3-2 with nobody out. This is a big pitch here in the 6th inning. Chukars trying to set the table in this half frame, trailing by 5. The payoff. Swing and a foul off to the right. Fastball challenge from La Rosa. Plenty of mustard on the heater from La Rosa. Will sit 93-96. Brady West to follow. We'll see another 3-2 pitch to Estrada with Hiskey on at first. Not a large lead. La Rosa is ready. He fires. This one, a line drive right to Watley at short. He'll let it drop, or at least I think he tried to. That's going to be called out number 1. So Watley almost was very crafty at short. I think he tried to drop that ball on purpose so he could turn a double play. The umpires said, no, you made the catch for out number 1. But that was very crafty idea from Watley at short. Just couldn't get it to work out. So that's out number 1. Estrada retired. Brady West now into the box. Left-handed bat pitch to West is low and in, gloved by CC, not letting that one get back to the backstop. Brady West, quiet start for him. Hit one out to Greenwald his last time. Peanuts are already starting to make their way out of the concourse. 1-0 pitch from La Rosa. Fastball gets the call on the outside, evens up the count. Of course, the bottom of the 6th is the next frame. Chukars about to get their first taste of the peanut inning, at least in the regular season. We're here for one exhibition game during spring training back in the month of May. 1-1 pitch to West is a high pop-up into shallow center field. Calling everybody off is Watley. He reaches up and makes the play in very shallow left center field for out number 2. Almost had time to write a book for how long that thing was up there in left center. Out number 2 recorded. Talking about yin and yang plays for Watley in this inning. One, a hot shot. Hit on a line right to him at short. Then a high pop-up. Just another life at shortstop for a pro ball player. Here's Dusty Stroop. Pitch from La Rosa. This one hit the other way but foul. Off to the right. Fastball in on the hands, 0-1. Stroop doubled to right field in his first AB, bounced out to Thompson in the 4th to lead off the frame. 7-2 lead for Missoula here in the top of the 6th with a man on at first. It's Hunter Hiskey. Led off the inning with a single. 0-1 pitch from La Rosa. This one breaks just off the plate. Close pitch, not called a strike, 1-1. Great spot at the knees from La Rosa. Talking with the umpires, clarifying where that one missed. That one looked to be at the knees on the outside from up here. Even count at 1 with 2 away to Stroop. LaRosa deals. This one, a fastball, misses the outside. 2-1 the count with 2 away. Pair of 7 o'clock starts lined up for the rest of this series here in Zoottown. For the Paddleheads take off for a 6-game road trip in Boise and Kalispell. 2-1, the pitch to Stroop. Way inside, look out. Fastball missed, up and in, 3-1. Well, if Stroop was relaxed in the box, I'm sure the heart waits up a little now. Here comes 95 at your ear hole. Whoa, look out. 3-1. That's the part of baseball I know I would struggle with. How the heck do you get back in the box after that? 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Full count, 3-2. Steve Barmakian would swing it next for the Chukars if Stroop gets aboard with 2 outs here in the 6th. LaRosa looking for his first K of the inning. Most likely will be all LaRosa either way in this frame. Nobody up in the pen. The payoff on its way, runner on the move. Swing and a miss at a challenge fastball. Right down the middle, Dusty Stroop goes down, and so do the Chukars in the top half of the 6th. Here comes the peanut inning with Missoula leading 7-2.
Hi, I'm Dave Lapham. I was motivated to have surgery because I can no longer do the things I love doing without the pain. I had a total knee joint replacement surgery, and I'm so happy with the care that I received. The surgery went so well, I was up and walking within a few hours and went home the next morning. I would recommend Missoula Bone and Joint to anybody who wants to keep being active without the constant pain. I loved having surgery at an outpatient setting so I could recover at home, and I can't wait to get back to my outdoor activities.
Couple of different leagues since then. It's been with Idaho Falls now for 2 years. He will face Kevin Watley to get things started. Hard throwing right-hander is Fishberg. First pitch is a swing and a pop-up. Foul on the first base side. That one played tricks on me. Actually broke the bat of Watley as well, as he'll have to get back into the dugout to get a new piece of lumber. One of those that looks like it was going straight out into the field actually was coming right back at me. Fishberg, this is his team high 14th appearance out of the bullpen. 7.02 ERA. How do you focus with that going on? Sammy B going wild. As there's a drag bunt attempt, but it is foul from Watley. Knees a little bit ticked off. Was disappointed he couldn't do a little bit more with that opportunity. Looks like Callahan was playing a bit back at third base as well. So if he was able to get that one down anywhere near the left side of the diamond, he probably could have walked to first. But Fishberg, 16 2/3, 22 Ks, has had control issues. That's been kind of the knock on him since the beginning of his career. 10 walks and 16 2/3 for Fishberg. Faced Missoula a couple times in that previous series as the 0-2 comes in and hits Watley. So for the second time in the game, Watley gets plunked to lead off an inning. So that will set it up for Brandon Riley once again with a man on at first. Well, I guess I said Fishberg's had control issues, and right on cue, he plunks Watley to put the leadoff man aboard. Since Missoula fell behind 2-1 in the third, the Paddleheads have outscored the Chukars 6-0. They lead things here 7-2 in the bottom half of the sixth with the leadoff man on base. Riley swings and hits one left center field. Moving over is Huth, and he makes the catch on the run in left center field. Nicely done. Riley put a pretty good swing on that one into left center field, but Huth got a good jump, made the play. Riley retired, now 0 for 3. Cameron Willman will now step in. Willman looking to get the bat going, and this one is 0 for 3. Strikeout swinging in his last at-bat in the fourth. Still Watley on at first base now with one out. Pitch to Willman is way off the plate, gloved by Hiskey. Sliding to the right was Hiskey, keeping that one from going to the backstop.
I don't think you guys really want peanuts. You're really not that loud. I said, ping! Come on, ping!
Sammy B still trying to keep the fans into it in the sixth inning. That was one thing that eluded Missoula in that last series. 1-0 pitch to Willman at the knees for a strike. Missoula didn't come through in the peanut inning. In those 3 games against the Voyagers, 0 for 3 in the peanut inning. What gives? 1-1 the count with 1 out. The pitch to Willman in tight, almost hit him again.
All right,
2-1. Fishberg's already got 1 hit batsman in the inning. Almost did that. Did again here to Willman.
What do you want right now?
2-1 with 1 out. Willman waits. The pitch from Fishberg is down and in, apparently. Pretty close to the spot from the first pitch in this at-bat that was called a strike. But Willman now in the driver's seat ahead, 3-1, with the big boys coming up next. Lamar Sparks to follow. Runner takes off. This one a pop-up, foul territory. Stroop watching this one. It will drift out of play. Watching Watley on the bases was a little interesting. He took off, as I mentioned, about 2/3 of the way to first, realized it was hit high in the air. He stopped and was like, uh-oh, he had to race back. Must be a hopeless feeling for a base runner. But it was in the seats, so Watley bailed out in that instance. 3-2. Watley doesn't take off. This one is down low for ball 4. So a hit batter and a walk sets it up for the meat of the order. Into the box now will be Lamar Sparks. Sparks, great start to this game in his first 2 plate appearances. Double in the fourth, a solo home run to get the offense started in the first inning. 7 runs on 10 hits to this point for the Paddleheads. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Chukars here in the 6th. 2 runners on, 1 out. Lead runner is Watley at second. First pitch to Sparks is down below the knees for ball 1. And there doesn't look to be any reinforcements coming from the Chukars in their bullpen down the right field line. Nobody is up at this point. 1-0 pitch to Sparks. Both runners on the move, and they both take second and third. That pitch down below the knees. Hiskey did not handle it clean. So aggressive move on the bases pays off for the Paddleheads. As now the infield looks like is going to come in across the board for the Chukars. And Fishberg cannot find the strike zone at this point. Hanging that right arm down, looking for something. 2-0 is the count to Sparks. First base is open. The 2-0 is a ground ball past a dive of Callahan into left field. 1 run scores. Right behind is Willman. He scores as well. Stay hot, Lamar Sparks. 2 more RBIs for him. He just needs the triple for the cycle. He's 3 for 4. Peanuts wild in the 6th inning as the Paddleheads extend their lead. And they are on their feet at Allegiance Field. 3rd RBI of the contest for Sparks and 3rd hit of the game. Jason Newman now into the box to keep it rolling. And that's a double whammy. I guess I shouldn't say whammy, because it's 2 good things for the crowd. They get peanuts and discounted beer with that hit. First pitch to Newman. This one a high fly ball in the park. Shallow right field. Estrada coming in is going to see this one bounce foul. Estrada didn't take a good route to that one in right. First actually backpedaled in right on that pop-up down the line. When he did that, that allowed it to land in foul territory. I think if Estrada would have gotten a good jump on that one, he would have been able to track it down in foul ground. But once he backpedaled, cooked his goose. 0-1 with 1 away. Sparks at first. The pitch to Newman's way up high. Makes the count a ball and 1 strike. That's been the thing from Fishberg as well in this inning. Been a lot of easy takes. Set the table. A walk and a hit batsman. Then the single by Sparks to bring them both home. The 1-1 to Newman. Breaks in, ball 2. And Fishberg's just going to have to figure it out, because there is nobody up in the Chukar pen. Missoula now leads 9-2. And that 2 RBI single off the bat of Sparks. Now 8 unanswered runs from Missoula. The 2-1. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Newman had cruel intentions with that swing. He's already hit 1 dinger tonight. Did so in the 4th. Also singled in his last at-bat, 2 for 3. Sparks just continuing this run from the 3 through 6 hitters. All 4 of those hitters extremely productive. Sparks takes off, swing and miss, throw down to second base. Sparks in there safely. But out on the play is Newman, chasing that breaking ball off the plate away for out number 2. That'll be a swing I'm sure Newman will be thinking about. So we've touched on the control issues for Fishberg, kind of bailing him out there, and a breaking ball that was in the dirt. But the Chukars will take it, as that is the 2nd out of the frame. Next into the box will be Nick Gatewood. 2 RBI swings for Gator in his last 2 at-bats. First pitch here, fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Double for Gatewood, an RBI double in his last at-bat, a solo homer in the 4th. 9-2 lead for Missoula with Sparks at second. The 0-1 from Fishberg. This one a rocket but foul. Fishberg tried to fool him with a breaking ball. Kind of leaked out over the plate. Gatewood just a hair out in front. 0-2 now, the count to Gatewood. Keaton Greenwald would be next. Bullpen is also quiet for Missoula. Probably means another frame for John LaRosa. 1-2 from Fishberg. Swing and a miss at a high fastball up above the belt. That is strike 3. Second K in the inning for Fishberg, but Missoula does get 2 runs home in the inning thanks to Lamar Sparks, and they extend their lead to 9-2. Headed to rolls on the next 2 days. Got discounted brews Thirsty Thursday coming up tomorrow, $3 domestics and $4 craft beers. Then get your 4th of July weekend started with the Paddleheads fireworks display taking place after the game on Friday night. Gates at 5:30 on Friday, gates at 6 tomorrow night. First pitch 7 o'clock. Get your tickets. Go paddleheads.com. John LaRosa comes out for another half inning. He will face Steve Barmakian to get things started, and he delivers ball 1 outside. Bottom third of the order for the Chukars. Barmakian here, then Callahan and Biendia. 1-0 to Barmakian. The pitch on the way from LaRosa, foul back. Even count, a ball and a strike. LaRosa in the last half inning gave up a hit to Hiskey to start it, then got 3 outs in a row. So just the 1 base runner for Idaho Falls in the last frame. They've just had 1 runner in the last 3 innings. 1-1 is the count to Barmakian, who is hitless so far. But check that, 1 for 2. He takes outside on the 1-1 pitch to make it 2-1. It was Barmakian actually getting Idaho Falls on the board in the second, a base hit. Hit a pop-up to Watley as last time, 1 for 2. That was in the 4th inning. The 2-1 from LaRosa is upstairs. 3-1 the count. There's some activity going in the bullpen for the Chukars, who was Fishberg working the last half inning. 3-1 is the count to Barmakian, trying to get the leadoff man on here in this inning. The 3-1 on the way from LaRosa is hit down the left field line, pretty well hit. Riley on the move is going to watch this one bounce in foul territory. Right in front of the fence to the left of the foul pole. Strike 2 on Barmakian. So the count now full on Steve Barmakian. Have to wait for the Chukar left fielder to get reacquainted here, as he was halfway out in between first and second. That ball hit down the line. Now back into the box as the count is now full on Barmakian. La Rosa, deep breath, sets at the belt, the payoff. Fastball off the plate, ball 4. Pretty easy take there for Steve Barmakian. And he will start this inning off on at first base. Leadoff man is aboard for Idaho Falls. Eric Callahan, now the hitter. First walk issued by La Rosa. Starter Nick Merkel allowed 2 runs through 5. Set up to be the winning pitcher at this point, with Missoula leading by 7 in the 7th. First pitch to Callahan is a ball in on the hands, fouled off to the right. Fastball 0-1. Missoula, 1 run away from getting back into double digits once again. Would be the 4th time in 4 games that the Paddleheads have scored at least 10 runs against Idaho Falls this season. Count 0-1 to Eric Callahan with nobody out. Pitch from La Rosa, poured in for strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. Off speed from La Rosa there. 0-2, a changeup on the outside, tying Callahan up. Seen a fastball come in as hard as 95, that one at 82. 0-2 the count to Callahan. The pitch, swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Snap throw back to first, diving in safely is Barmakian, but Callahan is out on 3 pitches. Buenos dias, buenos tardes, y buenos noches, Mr. Callahan. 1 out, here's Buendia. 1 out in the frame now. Buendia, hitless in his first game with the Chukars. Mentioned he was with Rocky Mountain last year. .319 average and over 30 games with the Vibes as he takes one just off the plate, 1-0. Briefly appeared in the Pecos League this season as well with Alpine. Very brief stint there, though, before coming over here to Idaho Falls. 1-0. Pitch from La Rosa as a ball hit pretty well, but right to Brandon Riley in left field, comes in a step and makes the catch. In left field for out number 2. That ball jumped off the bat pretty good from Buendia, but Brandon Riley was right there in left field, took 1 step in for out number 2. Back up to the top of the order now, as Brendan Huth will now jump into the box with a man on at first and 2 gone. La Rosa looking to have this inning go very similar to his first inning of relief. Huth waiting, the first pitch is outside, gets out of the glove of CC. This will allow Barmakian to advance to second base. I would think that'll be a pass ball called on CC. That one was in the webbing of the glove. Maybe got fooled on the pitch call from La Rosa. CC in his first couple of games still, so a lot of times you'll see that, a newly acquired catcher having a few miscommunications with the pitchers on the mound, all part of just learning the sequences of pitches and the signs and everything else. The count 1-0 to Huth. Touched on how La Rosa looking to have this inning go similar to the last one. Saw the leadoff man reach in the last frame, then 3 outs in a row. La Rosa looking for that here again. 1-0 pitch, this one hit to left field. More work for Brandon Riley, who's right there in left. Reaches up, makes the play. That's it, that's all for this half frame. Leadoff walk, but that's it for Idaho Falls. A strikeout and a couple of fly balls. 2 successful innings for John La Rosa out of the pen. Missoula leads 9-2. Time to stretch here at Allegiance Field, Ogren Park. Back with more from the ballpark after this on 102.9 ESPN. Paddleheads have a 7-run advantage here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Glad to have everybody along with us on a Wednesday night. My name's Jeff Safford as we get you rolling here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Top 2 teams in the north doing battle, Paddleheads and Chukars. Missoula, 2-game advantage over Idaho Falls coming into action tonight. Let's take a look around the rest of the Pioneer League as we're getting ready to start off the 7th. Mentioned a few times the Mustangs getting by the Rocky Mountain Vibes earlier today. 10-1 final tally from this afternoon out in Colorado Springs. Range Riders and Voyagers in a pretty tight battle. They're in the 9th inning. Range Riders have led most of the way. Voyagers hanging around. Got the lead down to 1 in the bottom half of the 9th inning. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on over at Centene Stadium. Looks like they're just getting ready to start the bottom half of the 9th inning over at Centene Stadium. Looks like Great Falls will have the heart of their order coming up. Looks like Runji will lead off the inning for Great Falls, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Moving on to the Southern Division, Boise Hawks, the team Missoula will see very soon in a couple of days. On the road at Centene Stadium tonight. They're trailing by 4 to the Southern Division leading Raptors, 6-2 the score. Skeeton Greenwald will lead off this half inning, and he takes one inside for ball 1. New pitcher on the mound as well. It's Logan Bender, newly acquired right-hander for Billy Gardner and the Chukars. 1-0 pitch coming to Greenwald is a rocket base hit to left field. Past a dive of the shortstop. That is single for Keaton Greenwald. Biendia made a dive, couldn't come up with it. 3-hit night for Keaton Greenwald. He's 3 for 4. Couple of singles and a double for Greenwald. So maybe that extra day of rest doing Greenwald some good.
Now batting, third baseman, number 22, Killer.
So Bender making his Chukar debut. Product ACC guy coming from North Carolina State University. Was with the Gateway Grizzlies this year as well with Sussex County. As Bender sets and throws the first pitch to Thompson, this one is low. Also appeared in the Atlantic League with High Point. That was last season, just made a couple of appearances. Last appeared in collegiate ball at NC State in 2021, just making a couple of appearances as well. So kind of an interesting resume for Bender. 23 years old, Fort Polk, Louisiana. Looking to find some traction here with the Chukars in 2022. Pitch from Bender is outside, makes the count 2-0. Killa Cam, a walk and a base hit so far. RBI base hit back in the 5th. And Bender is the pitcher involved in that trade, and we've mentioned it through the night, involving Matt Feinstein, who was sent to the Frontier League, made his way eventually to Ottawa, where he's with Paddlehead hitting coach from last year, Bobby Brown. I understand he was in the lineup yesterday, was Feinstein. 2-0 pitches a ball skied to left field. In play, coming in is Barmakian and makes the catch. Almost on the warning track. That one getting pretty good carry to left off the bat of Thompson. But Barmakian able to make the play for out number 1. So Bender is the man acquired by Idaho Falls in exchange partially for Feinstein to the Frontier League. So that's an interesting storyline for this ball game. Fans of the Pioneer know how productive Feinstein has been the last 2 years. First pitch to Nick Cece, a big swing and a miss. Actually, looks like maybe just did make its way out to home plate, a little dribble or foul. Either way, Cece well out in front of it. count is 0-1 with 1 out. Bender trying to put a stop to the Paddlehead offense, who's been on the board the last 3 innings. Started with the 4-run rally in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 2 more in the 6th, and a 9-2 advantage here in the 7th. Greenwald on at first with 1 out. The pitch to Nick Cece is a breaking ball, nasty on the outside portion, makes it 0-2. That one a lot of break to the outside corner. 15 inches of horizontal break. Nasty stuff there, coming in at 80 on the gun from Bender. Kind of bended towards that outside corner. Big righty sets up on the right side of the rubber. Greenwald, not a big lead. As Paxton goes by our booth, the pitch, swing and a miss. A pitch off the plate. Cece's down on 3 pitches for out number 2. Leadoff hit for Greenwald to start it, but 2 outs after that for Bender, as Kevin Watley will now jump into the box. Kind of an interesting night for Watley. Watley kind of a interesting guy as it is. With all the toe taps, there it is there as he gets into the box. The cool sunglasses, the funky batting stance. Watley has been hit by a pitch twice. So reach base twice, obviously. First pitch to Watley here is a fastball, low part of the zone, strike 1. Bender to this point with the heater has been hanging around 90 to 92. Plenty of movement on it as well. 13 inches of vertical break and 12 inches of horizontal break on that last pitch, breaking down and off the plate. So in this at-bat, left-handed swinging, Watley, a switch hitter. 2 away, 0-1 the count. Bender throws. This one, a line drive into left center field. This one's going to get down in front of the center fielder, Huth. Stopping at second is Watley, or excuse me, is Greenwald. That is Watley's first hit of the night. He's now 1 for 2. Keeps the inning alive for Brandon Riley. It's one part of the offense that hasn't been there for Missoula tonight. Quiet so far, Brandon Riley. 0 for 3, has reached once on a walk, did so in the 4th. Batting here with a couple of runners on base. Missoula looking to add on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bender kicks and deals. This one down below the knees. A changeup. 1-0 is the count. There is some action going in the Missoula pen down the left field line. 1-0 is the count. Lead runner Greenwald at second, Watley at first, as there's a little flare into shallow left field. Charging in is Barmakian. He slides and makes the catch in shallow left field. Good play by Steve Barmakian on the move, keeping an RBI off the board, and the Paddleheads are held scoreless here in the 7th. Nice play by Barmakian. 2 successful innings, and now making his paddlehead debut. 23-year-old out of UC Santa Barbara, Zach Tora taking the mound. Lanky left-hander out of the pen for Michael Schlack. Was with the Toreros in 20 and 21, teammate of paddlehead McLean O'Connor. Professional debut as well for Tora. Very impressive numbers while at UC Santa Barbara. Was a starting pitcher while with UC Santa Barbara. Sam Troyer will step in. First pitch is just inside for ball 1. In the shortened 2020 season was off to a fabulous start. Was 3-0 with a .36 ERA in 3 starts. Was 1-0 in 5 starts in 2021. A 3.68 ERA for the left-hander. Pitch to Troyer is a ball popped up right side. Coming over and making the catch off the mound is Tora for out number 1. So Troyer sent back to the dugout. Not exactly how you see a lot of players make their pro debuts on the mound, but Tora makes it work for out number 1. A P1 in the scorebook. You don't hardly ever see that one. Hunter Hiskey will step in. Great night for Hiskey. 3 for 3. 1 out. Pitch on the way from Tora. Poured in at the knees on the inside, 0-1. Tora, very interesting prospect to follow. Another guy coming off Tommy John surgery. That's the reason why he didn't see more action in 2021. Kind of similar to Joey Lancelotti in that regard. 0-1 pitch is a swing and a ball fouled off to the left. We saw how that worked out with Lancelotti making a couple appearances and immediately made waves in affiliated ball. Thought he was going to be headed to the Mets organization, but due to draft eligibility issues, will have to go through the June amateur draft instead. This year in July, the 0-2 to Hiskey, taken at the knees. Strike 3 with a breaking ball. Buenos dias, buenos tardes, y buenos noches. Hiskey sent back to the dugout on 3 pitches. Went into that at bat 3 for 3 with 3 singles and is sent back very quickly. 2 outs recorded quickly by Tora. Calvin Estrada now into the box. If you're Tora, this is exactly what you're looking for in your pro debut. Just coming right after these Chukars hitters. Calvin Estrada now into the box. Base hit and an RBI so far for him. 1 for 3. First pitch, this one down below the knees. Sharp break. And that one from Tora, 1-0 the count. Chukars now down to their last 4 outs here in the top of the 8th, trailing by 7. 1-0 is the count with 2 away, bases empty with Estrada in the box. The pitch from Tora, swing and a foul at home plate. Fastball from the left-hander has been around 90 miles an hour so far, but the breaking stuff has really been electric. First couple of batters, sharp, downward bite, tough to handle. Coming from the left side as well, funky to pick up. Tora raising some eyebrows in his first outing. 1-1 to Estrada. This one looks like CC got tied up and it was at the knees for strike 2. Actually got by CC. I would imagine that's just Tora and CC getting tied up with signs. Breaking ball right at the knees. Give credit to the umpires, still being able to see that it was in the zone, despite CC not handling it cleanly, not getting a good look at it. The 1-2 to Estrada, swing and a miss. Blew a fastball by him on the outside part of the plate, and a successful debut for Tora. 2 Ks and a pop-up, and the Chukars are held quiet once again. So it's just the one inning of work for Bender out of the bullpen for Billy Gardner. Going back to the pen for this half inning is Keegan McGinnis. I should say coming out of the bullpen for this half inning is McGinnis. This is his 13th appearance out of the bullpen. He's been out there quite a bit. He's had a pretty solid year as McGinnis. 17 Ks and 14 2/3, a 4.30 ERA. Returner from a season ago is McGinnis. Actually, last time he pitched was in a game against the Paddleheads back on June 23rd. That was get my days right, last Friday. So it's been a few days for McGinnis, getting that arm greased back up again for this outing. McGinnis actually pitched twice in that 3-game series. Pitched 2 1/3, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits overall. McGinnis 1-1 record, does not have a save. Cameron Willman will get this half inning started. Paddleheads have a sizable advantage. Solid inning for the bottom half of this frame for Zach Torra. 1, 2, 3. The Chukars offense, since getting on the board in the third, has been pretty much dead silent. First pitch to Cameron Willman, swing and a miss at a pitch off the outside, 0-1 the count. Fastball from McGinnis, around 90 miles an hour, 89 that time. Game was started by Slocum. First 3 innings were pretty solid for the right-hander before running into trouble in the fourth. 0-1 pitch, in on the hands, fouled back by Willman. Willman drew a free pass in his last at-bat, is 0 for 3. Willman, Sparks, and then Newman in this half inning, 2, 3, 4. That middle of the order has just been on fire tonight. 0-2 pitches in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Hiskey to make the count 1-2. Sparks, Newman, Gatewood, and Greenwald, all of them have at least 2 hits in the game. Sparks, 3 hits. Newman with 2. 2 for Gatewood and 3 for Greenwald. As strike 3 is called, bottom part of the zone to Willman for out number 1. McGinnis got him with the hook to start the frame. Willman now 0 for 4. Coming into the box now will be Lamar Sparks. Mentioned 3 hits for Sparks. He's got 3 RBIs and is just a triple short of the cycle. Single, double, and a home run. Sparks has got plenty of wheels. First pitch to him is a breaking ball down below the knees, 1-0. So if Sparks hits one into the gap in right center, or gap anywhere, look out. He's got plenty of wheels. I'm sure he knows the situation, needing just that 3-bagger. 1-0 to Sparks. Another breaking ball, this one on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Evens the count at 1 with 1 out. Bottom 8. Some action is going for Missoula in their pen down the left field line. Looks like Dan Swain is up. 1-1. This one, a pop-up, foul ground. Stroop over towards the bullpen, reaches up and makes the play. Backpedaling for out number 2. So that most likely will mean Sparks will fall just the triple short of the cycle, as Jason Newman will get a shot with the bases empty and 2 outs. Newman, a home run in this game. This point, you almost expect to hear the sentence come out of my mouth for a Paddlehead broadcast. League best 14 dingers this year. First pitch to Newman. Curveball, apparently low for ball 1. Good pitch at the knees from McGinnis, but was not called a strike. That inside part of the zone to right-handed batters just has not been there at all tonight. 1-0. This one cut on and missed. Got by Hiskey, but the count evened up now at 1-1. That one looked like a straight change from McGinnis. on the outside part of the plate, 1-1. Chukars have not been on the board since the third, and they haven't really mounted much of a threat either, as the 1-2 is fouled off. Kind of started with Merkel on the mound, where he retired 7 in a row in innings 4 and 5. Since Merkel's been out, the Chukars have only had 2 base runners. Single in the 6th, a walk in the 7th, nothing in the 8th. The 1-2 to Newman, swing and a miss. Heavy fastball at the knees for strike 3 at 93 miles an hour from McGinnis. Nasty stuff from the right-hander, and he is through the 8th scoreless. 2 Ks for the righty. Straight out of Newton, Mass, Dan Swain will take the ball for the top half of the 9th inning, trying to take the Paddleheads home on a Wednesday night. It's been a pretty successful evening to this point. 9-2 advantage, opening up things here in the top of the 9th. Hard-throwing Swain, this is his 9th appearance out of the bullpen. 12 Ks in 8 innings pitched. When he's on, Swain has got nasty stuff from the right side. Fastballs sit 93 to 96 with that power breaking ball. Look to continue this stretch of solid pitching all around. Was Merkel getting through 5, 2 runs allowed, 2 innings from La Rosa scoreless out of the pen, an inning from Zach Tora, 1-2-3, Swain looking to finish it off. It will be Brady West starting this half inning off. First pitch to West is below the knees. West, Stroop, and Barmakian coming up. 5, 6, 7 spots in the order for Idaho Falls. Paddleheads, after falling behind in the third, mentioned it before. The 1-0 pitch to West is swung on and missed. There's the power stuff from Swain at 92 on the gun. Evens the count at 1-1. But after falling behind in the third at 2-1, Missoula has outscored the Chukars 8-0. 1-1 the count as this ballpark, once again, a house of horrors for Idaho Falls. Swain sets up high, delivers the 1-1. This one's swung on and fouled straight back by West. 1-2. Last time the Chukars were in this ballpark, the regular season, or I should say in a game that counted, Chukars came here for an exhibition tilt this May. But it was back on September the 11th, Northern Division playoff. The Paddleheads runaway winners in that one, on their way to the league title. Swain sets up high again, the 1-2, this one in the dirt. 94 on the gun there from Swain, evens up the count to West. Quiet 0 for 3 for Brady West. Haven't had much consistent production from anybody outside of Hiskey, who has 3 hits. 2-2 is the count to West. Swain deals. This one a little pop-up into center field. Greenwald has a beat on it. It's going to make the catch in very shallow center field for out number 1. Sparks could have come over and made the play there as well. 1 out. If you hear some commotion, it's because Sammy B's got a little photo op going. It is Wolf Wednesday, and Sammy B's got Kylo out. The famous Husky, Kylo. Awesome dog. I see him cruising around the front office once in a while. Very easygoing Husky as Dusty Stroop steps in with 1 out. First pitch on the way is just inside for ball. And one of the things makes kind of a Husky unique is they a lot of times will understand what a human says if you just talk to them normally. Don't talk to them like you normally would a dog. 1-0 pitch with 1 out is swung on and missed. So, whenever I see Kylo, it's not hey Kylo, it's hey Kylo, what's up, buddy? Just saying hey. One thing Kylo doesn't do, he's not a big talker like some Huskies are, with the howling and everything like that. 1-1 with 1 out. Heard dogs all through the ballpark tonight, though, for Wolf Wednesday, as this one's fouled off to the right by Stroop, down by the Blackfoot party deck to make the count a ball and 2 strikes. Stroop a double, also scored a run in the 2nd inning. Chukars were on the board in innings 2 and 3, back-to-back, but all quiet on the Western Front other than that. 1 away in the frame, 1-2. Swain looking for a K. So is Sammy B with those clappers. The pitch, swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Down below the knees. Nasty there for out number 2. Woof, that was tough to handle. That thing dropped off the table in a hurry. Had a foot of horizontal break and 8 inches of induced vertical break. That is tough to handle in a 2-strike count. Good start for Swain. Strikeout and a lazy fly ball, and the Chukars are down to their last out in the top of the 9th. Last gasp, state trailing by 7 is Steve Barmakian. A walk for Barmakian, his last at-bat. He takes one outside with a heater. Or no, it's a called strike on the outside. Wow, that one looked to be off the plate. That's a gift for Swain, 0-1. One of those, I didn't even wait to look for the umpire. That one just looked to be well off the plate. 0-1, the pitch from Swain. This one fouled off to the left, and the Chukars are down to their last strike. Paddleheads trying to gain another game on Idaho Falls. They lead by 2 coming into tonight. Great Falls Voyagers did find a way past the Range Riders, walking off Glacier tonight, 8-7. They were leading by run going into the 9th. 0-2. Swain throws. This one, a line drive left field, coming in and making, oh no, off the glove of Riley. Tried to make a diving stop, makes a throw to second. Barmakian in there safely. Riley went for the patented belly flop diving stop in center field or left center. Couldn't come up with it. Went off the heel of his glove. Have to think that will be an error charge to Brandon Riley, and yes, it will be. An E7 out in the outfield. So the Chukars are breathing for now. Not much, but still life here in the 9th inning, as Eric Callahan will now jump into the box with Barmakian on at second. Again, an E7. First error on either side. That last play and left. 0 for 3 is Callahan with a couple of Ks. Swain looking to pitch around an error in this 9th inning. First pitch is a high hopper towards the mound. Swain's got it, reaching up, throws to first. That will do it for your ball game on a Wednesday night at Allegiance Field. And the Paddleheads make it 4 in a row opposite the Chukars, and they stretch out their lead in the Northern Division to 3 games over Idaho Falls. Paddleheads take game 1, 9-2. Back to wrap it up after this.
With so much beauty in the world, eye health is key to a happy and productive life. I'm Dr. Ty Felton at Felton Eye Care. Our experienced team of professionals use advanced diagnostic technology to figure out your issues and get you seeing clearly again. Our cutting-edge liquid lens phoropter is the newest technology on the market. Unique to Missoula, it allows us to get a more accurate prescription and is much less frustrating to use than the older technology. Felton Eye Care, conveniently located in the Northgate Shopping Center on North Reserve, next to Albertsons.
Zootown Sports Cards has been a maverick in helping the zest and passion for collecting trading cards and sports memorabilia in Missoula grow. Now, Zootown Sports Cards has a brand new location. Swing into the Stevens Center at 2100 Stevens Avenue and dip into Suite 102. Zootown Sports Cards wants to thank all of the Garden City for all of their support. Whether you are a new or loyal patron, this new location and new expansion could not be possible without you. Come say hi at Zootown Sports Cards at their new location, 2100 Stevens Avenue, Suite 102.
Are you looking for a job with a local business that has strong roots in the community and a friendly staff? Look no further than the Good Food Store. We are hiring for multiple positions starting at $16 an hour, plus great benefits like a 20% off employee discount, paid time off, and paid holidays. Full-time staff receive company-paid health, dental, and vision insurance. To view all open positions and apply online, visit us at goodfoodstore.com.
ESPN Radio for Western Montana, KKVU HD3 Stevensville, and 102.9 FM on K275BS Missoula.